Alright, so for those of you looking for Taxi Test 2, you didn't miss anything. It looked just like the first one. Pretty much the same exact amount of time. It idled just long enough for me to reposition it on the runway, get the camera all set up, get it going, and then it died. So, I've taken you on this little R&D adventure with me so far. We might as well continue and put on our research hat right now, and I'll show you that since the last test I replaced this nozzle, this little nipple in here, with one that has a larger ID to give it some better fuel flow. I repositioned the fuel line a little bit to take some of the sag out of it to give it some better fuel flow, thinking that that nipple I had on there was just not providing enough fuel to the engine. It was starving it. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. So, as we research a little further, I'll have to tell you up front that when I ran this engine and everything on the test stand, I was using the stock muffler on the engine. And the only other time that I used this muffler, I had the engine mounted inverted in the plane that it was in. Well, since I moved the fuel line a little bit, the research shows us that that line coming out of the bottom of the muffler is full of fuel. That is the positive air pressure to the fuel tank, which should not be full of fuel. The reason it's full of fuel is because that fitting is in the bottom of the muffler, which is where it does not need to be. But when it was inverted, it was in the right position. So, now I need to develop the muffler to a point where that fitting is coming out the top. And if this is not the problem, it's definitely a major problem. Next step.